These small box-like rooms are examples of seclusion rooms used as a form of discipline in some Alberta schools. And the results are in from a province-wide survey looking at just how often these rooms are used. Hundreds of people responded. Now, the informal survey was launched after parents of a boy with autism filed a lawsuit after their son was put in a seclusion room in Sherwood Park. And just a warning, the details in this story might be disturbing to some people.
He had no clothes on, as you know, and then he was sitting on the floor kind of in just a crouched position.
Describing the day he witnessed his son locked up in a room at school, naked and covered in his own feces, is still traumatizing for Warren Henschel. It was 3 years ago, the dad claims his child Aiden was put in a seclusion room similar to this at Clover Bar Junior High School in Sherwood Park. He says he was informed by a teacher via email with a photo of his son in a demeaning state.
It's almost like the picture in email was, look what your son did, and look what we had to do. But I can't for the life of me understand why that was the decision to make.
After learning about this story, Inclusion Alberta decided to conduct the informal survey to see how often this disciplinary tool is being used in schools. 603 people responded. Their preliminary numbers show 40% saying a child was put into seclusion or isolation, and 50% reporting both happening at some point.
It's appalling because, all of the best practice shows that the use of seclusion is not an educational procedure. It has no teaching value.
Warren says he's shocked by the numbers, but added validates the need for immediate changes.
But I think we need to realize it's a concern out there, and by the results of the survey, it needs to be addressed, and we need to look after our kids. This is the way they start their foundations in life. This is the way they build relationships with adults, with anybody.
The lawsuit names Elk Island Public Schools and the province. Elk Island says it strongly defends the actions of its staff, but because the case is before the courts, it cannot comment further. And the education minister says he's working on developing a new set of guidelines for all schools, with an update expected on Monday. From Sherwood Park, Cheryl Tasascu, City News.